President Donald Trump has been a force to reckon with in the world of global trade. His efforts to reorder the global trade system have faced massive opposition, yet he's making significant strides in achieving his goal, making trade fair again for Americans. When Trump took office, he vowed to level the playing field for U.S. workers. Despite early bumps like the initial rollout of his tariff program, Trump has been masterful in negotiating trade deals that prioritize America's interests. America leads the world in both the size of its economy, valued at $29 trillion, and its consumer market, accounting for 70% of GDP. When compared to China and the EU, the U.S. is far ahead. This gives Trump leverage in trade talks. Countries worldwide are eager to sell their products in the U.S. With such a massive market, Trump holds all the cards. Trade negotiations are often driven by America's economic power, which is a key reason the president is pushing hard to change the global trading system. Trump's strategy involves removing tariffs other countries have placed on American goods and tackling non-tariff barriers, like unfair subsidies, currency manipulation, and regulations imposed by nations like the EU and Japan. The U.S. is facing unfair tariffs on its products, especially in industries like automobiles. When Europe charges a 10% tariff on U.S. cars, but the U.S. only charges 2.5% on European cars, something is clearly wrong. Trump is working to fix that imbalance. In a historic move, President Trump struck a significant trade deal with the European Union, securing 15% tariffs on European imports and pushing for increased energy imports from the EU. This deal was a massive achievement amidst opposition. Before the deal was struck, Trump was cautiously optimistic, estimating the chances of success at about 50%. Given the complexities of negotiating with the EU, which consists of 27 sovereign nations with differing interests, this deal was no small feat. As expected, some European leaders resisted the deal. French Prime Minister François Bayrou even denounced it, calling it submission. This resistance highlights the divide between the US and Europe when it comes to economic priorities. For all the French criticism, Europe has fallen behind economically. Since 2008, the EU's GDP grew by only 13.5%, while the US GDP surged by 87%. Europe is struggling to compete, especially when it comes to technology and energy. Europe's complex regulations and high energy costs are holding it back. For example, German companies pay 3 times what American firms pay for electricity. This stifles growth and makes European companies less competitive on the global stage. Innovation in Europe has been slow due to the EU's bureaucratic structure. Getting 27 countries to agree on policies is a massive hurdle. This lack of unity and flexibility has stunted Europe's productivity and technological progress. Despite the EU's resistance, Trump pushed forward. His approach to trade is a break from globalism and a win for American sovereignty. While the EU fought him on this deal, Trump showed that America's economic power is undeniable. Trump's tariffs have been controversial, with critics arguing they could hurt consumers. However, Trump's strategy may bring more production to the U.S., offsetting any potential cost increases and boosting the economy in the long run. Many economists feared tariffs would reduce consumption and hurt the economy, but Trump has proven them wrong. With more businesses bringing production back to the U.S. and over $100 billion flowing into the Treasury, the economic outlook is brightening. The lower taxes and lighter regulations in the U.S. have been a magnet for investment. As companies move operations back to the U.S., the economy benefits from more jobs, higher production, and a stronger financial position. Trump's trade policy is already altering the global economic landscape. He's not just putting America first. He's shifting the entire world's focus toward fairer and more balanced trade relations. Trump's willingness to stand up to the global elites in Europe and elsewhere is a key part of his strategy. He doesn't buy into the idea of globalism that has hurt American workers, and his trade policies reflect his commitment to national sovereignty. European leaders may try to downplay Trump's success, but the facts are clear. The U.S. is leading the way economically. While Europe struggles with its internal divisions, the U.S. is surging ahead. In the end, President Trump is reshaping global trade to benefit America. His tough stance on tariffs, renegotiating trade deals, and pushing for fairer terms are setting the stage for a new era of American prosperity. This is just the beginning.